Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahawashi, Bahasham, Barakah Kodash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who ruled and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Ra'aya with another video, and I'm going to start it off in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, which is what the true men of the Lord, the prophets of the Most High, chiefly through GMS or Great Millstone are doing, by reading the scriptures and watching the news and filtering the news through the scriptures, and then going out onto the highways and byways to preach this word, as well as putting up video epistles like this, to not only tell the hopeful elect of the times to come of Jacob's trouble and what they need to do to get back into the good graces of their power, Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, but also warn you 2/3 in the heathen nations of Jacob's trouble and the terrible judgment that's coming to you for your wickedness. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, and again judge you people for all the wickedness you've been committing on it. Verse 3, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, which are happening damn near daily all across the planet in diverse places. And I did a video the other day on how in New Zealand, or around New Zealand, there were 3 major earthquakes that happened back to back to back, and uproars of the people in the world, which is going to be the topic of this video, because I'm going to go into a few clips on Rupley and RT's YouTube channel showing that there definitely are uproars of the people all across the planet. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And if you have that spiritual eye salve, you can clearly see that the end is manifesting right before you. This is going to be another video dealing with end times prophecy, and like I just said, specifically with the uproars of the people in the world. And the first clip on Rupley I'll be going to is titled Thailand, Police and Anti-Government Protesters Clash Near King's Palace in Bangkok. Around 1,000 anti-government protesters clashed with law enforcement officers near King's Palace in Bangkok on Saturday. Protesters could be seen gathered at Sanam Long, or Royal Field, just outside a 2-level high row of metal shipping containers set by the police to block off the entrance to the Grand Palace. The demonstration started off as peaceful, but soon descended into violence following a standoff between police and protesters. The clashes could be seen by police along with the peaceful scenes that took place earlier in the day. Police deployed water cannons, batons, rubber bullets, and tear gas to disperse the crowd. 5 protesters were arrested, according to the reports. And with each of these clips, I'm going to play about a minute or so of them. When there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. I'm going to go to my second clip on Rupley's YouTube channel titled, Israel, Anti-Netanyahu Rally Draws Thousands in Jerusalem Ahead of General Election. Thousands of protesters rallied in Jerusalem on Saturday against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu days before the legislative elections that will decide his immediate political future. Israelis will go to the polls on Tuesday, March 23rd, for the fourth time in 2 years after the power-sharing government of Likud and Blue and White failed to agree on the country's budget by the December 23rd deadline. Protests against Netanyahu over corruption charges and his government's handling of the C-19 situation have been taking place in Israel for the past months. As I just said, there's a lot of controversy with the people in Israel who were Edomites against their Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And those Amalekite Edomites over in Israel are also protesting over the new green zone measures. Here's my third clip on Ruptly titled, Chile, Police Launch Water Cannons and Tear Gas on Anti-Government Protesters in Santiago. So you've got the Northern Kingdom, or the tribe of Naphtali, having an anti-government protest down in South America. Police fired water cannons and tear gas to disperse anti-government protesters in Santiago on Friday. Some protesters were seen throwing projectiles at police vehicles as police used water cannons and tear gas on multiple occasions. Several demonstrators were seen being detained by law enforcement officers. According to local news, at least 15 people were arrested. Chile has been rocked by protests for more than a year. Demonstrators are demanding the release of detained protesters, as well as economic reforms and the resignation of President Sebastián Piñera. And what's been a common thread through these first three videos, people going up against their governments and the people in the government, which is also a part of biblical prophecy. This is 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men. And when you look up the definition for the word sedition, it says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against a ruling authority or monarch and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. And what's your modern day kings and princes? These people in the government, your mayors, governors, senators, presidents, prime ministers, etc., etc., and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Thailand, police and anti-government protesters clash near King's Palace in Bangkok. Israel, anti-Netanyahu rally draws thousands in Jerusalem ahead of general election. Chile, police launch water cannons and tear gas on anti-government protesters in Santiago. For there shall be sedition among men, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And as we get closer and closer to the end in the second coming of Yahawashi HaMashiach, whom the world ignorantly refers to as so-called Jesus Christ, these protests are going to get more violent, and you're going to see these people killing these cops and other security forces, as well as going after these people in the government and putting their head on a platter. Here's a clip from RT's YouTube channel titled, German Police Clash with Protesters at Castle Demonstration Against C-19 Restrictions. Multiple scuffles broke out on the streets of Kassel, Germany, as C-19 lockdown skeptics and counter-protesters gathered and police deployed mace and batons to contain the demonstration. Now here's my last clip on Rupley's YouTube channel titled, UK Police Clash with Protesters at Kill the Bill rally in Bristol. And the bill they're protesting against is a bill that would allow the police over there to get enhanced powers, which people see as more oppressive to their rights. For there shall be sedition among men; they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their power shall stand in their actions. Back in 2 Esdras chapter 9, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. That's it with this video, Akim. Hey, and as you can clearly see, these end times prophecies are taking place as we speak. So now more than ever, you should have all 10 toes down in this truth, pushing this word as hard as you possibly can to make your calling and election sure and be saved from these calamities of Jacob's trouble when they really pop off. So that's it with this video. And with this video, I hope you sincere Akim were edified. And as always, I'm going to say Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharala. And until next time, Shalom.